Ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome our heads of government. But first, the Secretary General of CARICOM, Her Excellency Dr. Carla Barnett. Representing Antigua and Barbuda, the Honorable Chet Green. From the Commonwealth of Bahamas, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin. Representing Barbados, the Honorable Kerry Simmons. From the Commonwealth of Dominica, the Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt. From the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali. From the Republic of Haiti, His Excellency Edgar Leblanc Fils. Representing Jamaica, Senator the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith. From Montserrat, the Honorable Charles Kernan. From St. Lucia, the Honorable Philip J. Pear. Representing the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Jeffrey Hanley. From St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. the Honorable Ralph Gonzalez. From the Republic of Suriname, His Excellency Chandrika Prasad Santokhi. From Trinidad and Tobago, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. the Honorable Keith Rowley. From Bermuda, the Honorable Walter Roban. British Virgin Islands, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Withley. From Turks and Caicos Islands, the Honorable Arlington Musgrave. And ladies and gentlemen, from Grenada, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell. Please remain standing as we welcome Governor General of Grenada, Her Excellency Dame Cecile La Grenade. Now the national anthem of Grenada. Thank you, Royal Grenada Police Force Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. We will now invite Pastor Stanford Simon of the St. George's Baptist Church for the invocation.
Let's pray. O God and eternal Father, how great is your faithfulness and your love. We thank you for this wonderful opportunity as the heads of government meet here for the 47th meeting. We thank you, O God, for the safety, bringing every single person here. We thank you for the wisdom, knowledge you have given, O God, to our leaders. As they gather here today, Lord, to plan, to seek, Lord, your guidance and wisdom. We thank you, God, for fathers, those who have gone before us, provided leadership and guidance, Lord, throughout CARICOM. We thank you, God, for the opportunity. As we look ahead, Lord, we think about the food security. We think about job security, energy security. We pray, oh God, as they meet to discuss, to deliberate, oh God, on the issues that confront us as a region. We pray, Heavenly Father, for your wisdom. Even Ms. Grenada take up the chairmanship. We ask, O God, that your wisdom be upon our leadership. Lord, may we as a people learn to follow. May our leaders think more of the people than themselves. May the reality, God, that we face in the world, we live in a wonderful and a beautiful place for which you have blessed us with. Help our leaders, O God, to dig deep, look into the future. Help us, O God, to prepare for it. And so, God, may your guidance and your leadership be over them. Every word that would be spoken and the thoughts would be shared. This we ask in Jesus' holy and precious name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Simon. Before I ask the heads to take their seats, I'd like to re-invite our students to present special gifts on behalf of the government and people of Grenada. Audience, you may be seated. On February 7th, 2024, Grenadians at home and abroad, adorned in red, green, and gold, united to mark a monumental milestone, the nation's 50th anniversary of independence. There was a palatable and visible sense of pride on the faces of thousands of Grenadians who celebrated. The significance of the 50th anniversary of independence was deeply engraved in the heart of every Grenadian. It was a time to reflect on past generation struggles and sacrifices and honor the indomitable spirit of Grenadians. The 50th anniversary is a once-in-a-lifetime milestone. We are incredibly proud to collaborate with the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank to unveil the special commemorative circulation of the $50 banknote, known as the Grenada 50. The Grenada $50 note pays homage to Grenada's vibrant culture, our rich history, and cherished icons. The design of this commemorative circulation note weaves together elements that perfectly captures Grenada. Our students will now present a commemorative note to all heads of government represented. We want to say thanks to our students for bravely putting their uniforms back on during the summer vacation. Thank you, students. And thank you. You may now have your seats. I now invite the Presentation Brothers College Choir to render the CARICOM song.
From many distant lands our forefathers came, some seeking adventure, some bound in chains. Through battles waged and fought, through victory and pain, by test of their courage, our freedom was gained.
In homage to those gone before us, the heroes of lands in the sun, we vow to join hands and to focus on building one Caribbean. Your voices high, sing of your Caribbean pride.
Sing it loud and strong, feel our hearts beat as one.
Celebrating song
As we rise towards
where
where
we
we
belong.
sound the victory drum.
For CARICOM. Though great and diverse be our ethnicities, the bonds that unite us are stronger than these. We tide we pray we love. We dance and we play. We relate to each other the West Indian way.
Today as a people unite,
United as one.
determined and steadfast we stand. We look to a brand new horizon, the future not firmly in hands.
Raise your voices high, sing of your Caribbean pride.
Sing it loud and strong, your heart beat as one.
Celebrate in song
As we rise to life,
where we belong.
sound the victory drum.
For CARICOM.
Over you sing CARICOM, knock the ocean CARICOM. Over you sing CARICOM.
Raise your voices high, sing of your Caribbean pride.
Sing it loud, your heart beat as one.
Celebrate in song
We rise to life,
where we belong.
sound the victory drum.
For CARICOM.
Over you sing CARICOM.
Sing
Over you sing CARICOM.
Ladies and gentlemen, the prestigious Presentation Brothers College Choir. And might I add, alma mater of the Prime Minister of Grenada. We continue to celebrate our young men, and they're beckoning us to let our hearts beat as one. Your Excellency, Dame Cecile Lagrenade, Governor General of Grenada, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada and Chairman of CARICOM, Your Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and outgoing Chairman of CARICOM, heads of government and delegations of CARICOM member states and associate member states, Your Excellency, Dr. Carla Barnett, Secretary General of CARICOM, members of the Cabinet of Grenada and ministers of CARICOM member states, presiding officers of the Parliament of Grenada, other members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, specially invited guests, delegates, staff of the CARICOM Secretariat, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen of the Caribbean community, welcome to Pure Grenada, the spice of the Caribbean. Grenada is home to the exquisite Grand Anse Beach, the world's first underwater sculpture park, listed as one of the top 25 wonders of the world by National Geographic. Welcome again to Spicy Tropical Paradise. My name is Neela Etienne, and I am delighted and honored to welcome you to the opening ceremony of the 47th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community. This year is a special year for both Grenada and CARICOM, as we both met at 50. For those of you who missed our celebrations on February 7th, I invite you to reflect with us, celebrating one people, one journey, one future.
Happy 50th anniversary of independence.
If I take time and I write down all the things that I love on my island, best believe my list gon' be like 5 miles long. Best believe it's love that makes me sing this song. 3 islands united as one, blessed with the strength to carry on. We're more than just that island in the sun. Tell the world we are Grenadian.
50 years we're blessed with force and fire. Oh, you mean? We going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, up, up. In the sun, look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come, more to come, more to come. I'm going higher. 50 years we're blessed with forged in fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
We're going higher, as we aspire. Build advances, one people together.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's only up from
We take time to reminisce on the richness of our history from the beginning. From the people who came through sugar and chains, emancipation to revolution. Higher. 50 years we're blessed with force and fire. Oh, you mean? We going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up. Aspire, build advances, one people together. Going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
Really and truly, can't find the words to describe what my country mean to me. So much things we take for granted, but so much things they give to me.
Peace and tranquility, family, community. In no matter where we go in the world, just know that home is where my heart is.
50 years, as you shake for 50 more, as you shake to reach your goal, like you're only bring the goal.
I can see the vision clear. Sing it out to let the people hear.
Look at how we've gone and how far we've come.
50 years we strong and more to come, more to come, more to come. It's only up from here. It's only up from higher. 50 years we're blessed with much to find. Still reaching for more.
Remain the CARICOM pity man.
We're strong and more to come. Ladies and gentlemen, while we are in the applauding mood, I'd like to invite you to give a round of applause to all our athletes representing us in Paris at this time. And I'd like to invite at this time a cultural presentation which features Aquino Romaine, spoken word artist, performing a piece called Yui. Dance Company 1 Unit, former Independence Monarch, Mr. Nivian Cox, and our reigning Independence Monarch, Mr. Finley Jeffrey, also known as the Scholar. And of course, we want to welcome to the stage this evening, this afternoon, groovy artists from Kòrsou and Petit Martinique, Mr. Golden. Let's welcome them.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before I begin, I just want to ask a question. Do we have any UE alumni here today? Ooh, that's good. So I just want to get a little bit more specific. Do we have anybody from Mona? All right. Cave Hill? All right. The best campus, St. Augustine? All right. A little bit more specific. Anybody stayed on hall? We have any Milnerites inside there? Okay, hello. Lovely. Right, so this piece is entitled UE, and it was written while I went to UE. So for those of you who attended the University of the West Indies, you would understand the Caribbean unity and camaraderie I felt at school and what inspired this piece. I wonder if UE got its name by chance. Why it couldn't be UOC, University of the Caribbean? I wonder if serious thought was given to the letters they put in together, to the acronym they making and the name they creating, because the name they created could never have been more fitting. You see, this Caribbean we live in is all you, we. A name that reflects individuality and in the same breath togetherness. You are all from different islands, but we make up the Caribbean. We make me a citizen of the region. I no longer Grenadian. I Vinci, Lucian, Trini with a little Antigua, and I can't mention every island, but you check what I mean. And you, nah. We have made it so that we highlight our differences, which is fair. We are all unique. But a similar story is told in the different Creoles we speak. We are more common than we know or like to admit, but division has more short-term benefits. Check this. What a Grenadian called French cashew, a Trinidad called pomerac, but that don't change the fact that it's red. And when you cut it, the flesh white. So because he Bajan and he Jamaican, that don't change the fact that we fought and still fighting the same fight. Maybe with variations, but our nations are plagued with similar strains like crime, corruption, climate change, and political climates that can change. And when politicians ready to reign, the clouds of corruption that swell and bust on who? You, we, on us. And when you sit and reflect that all our we wet dies when you realize we ain't so different. You, we recognize the slice of paradise we have. We're similarly blessed indeed, as chronics say, I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. Chicken curry, curry chicken. And as far as I know, Accra and fish cake is the same thing. Different things, differences, but different is what makes us beautiful. Our beauty is why we are duty-filled to protect what we hold dear. That's why you, we are here. That's another commonality we share. a goal and a vision for a better region, we have more in common than dry and wet season or a preference for food that well seasoned. I believe that we have an obligation, a mission that transcends the boundaries of our individual nations. We are the salvation for little pieces of heaven. We are the catalyst for change. We have the brains and the brawn. I'd like to believe our unity isn't entirely gone, that we recognize that victory is only possible when we unite as one, that our ultimate interests are common, that capital hasn't clouded our vision for a better region. Unity is our best bet. And if we, even with a set of degrees, can see that, then we fail. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sing, oh. They run them out. They say Grenada is a waste of time. They cast it out. They say that the country is in decline. Since 74, man is like she don't really go nowhere. In fact, they know that she has been in reverse since that day. But I am her son, a devoted one. With me rod and staff, I'm here on her behalf, just to issue a simple message. Exercise some restraint. I want all our children hold some strain. Please hold some strain, give her some time. She's not yet in her prime. She's only 50. Oh, oh, give her some time. She's not yet in her prime. She just reached half a century. She's still young, no one can debate. She does punch above her weight. So much patriots have her on the map. She winning medal in athletics, in the World Games and the Olympics. I broke and put some respect to her name. She faced Ivan, that deadly storm, and as that dawn, Emily come, no peril heat. She won't retreat, many others won't make it. So all you sing with me, give her some time. She's not yet in her prime, she's only 50. Oh, give her some time, she's not yet in her prime. She just reached half a century. All you sing this song. Oh, 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 every day now. Oh, 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 blow me down. Sing. Oh, 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 oh. Each and every time she fall down, she always get up and rebound. Oh, throughout the passage of history, Grenada win many victory. All you sing now. So welcome to my Spice Island, the place where resilience was born. The home of T.A. Marisho, of Gary Bishop and Fedo. So as Prime Minister Deacon, prepare to lead CARICOM. The spirit of them heroes today is embedded in his DNA. And just as my sweet Grenada, he little but so italawa. Help me sing, all you help me sing. Oh yeah, give her some time. She's not yet in her prime. She's only 50. Oh, oh, give her some time. She's not yet in her prime. She just reached half a century. Thank you. Ay, 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 yeah. 50 years now, man, we riding on this little bus number H473, H473. Yeah, and somewhere, somehow, we keep moving on this little bus number H473, H473. Yeah, in 74 he started journey.
with a young driver called Eric Gary. Under pressure, he changed some gears. Man, the road was bumpy those early years. Now as we look in the rearview mirror, we look in the rearview mirror. We see a people, we see sky red. So many passengers end up dead. Rearview mirror. We look in the rearview mirror. So much Panamia and sweeter. Some drivers were talked to. Then a young driver named Kid Mitchell to cover the bus for a long spell. He made sure that it was nice and clean, but never bothered about the engine. As the parts corrode, foreigners came on board. Set a chief guy in the name of CBI. Even though money flow, money poor, became poor evermore, destitute and vulnerable. Now as we look round the corner, round the corner, round the corner, man, we have to make sure this time that nobody is left behind. As we look round the corner, round the corner, round the corner, as we celebrating 50, let's eliminate poverty. On H47, we riding, let we ride. On H47, we riding side by side. H47, we riding on H47. From Sir Eric Gary down to Deacon. On H47, we riding free. On H47, we riding unto 50 on H47 tree. We dance for all our leaders, yes. Who knows man of the party? I tell you it. Shout it, let them know it. Put your hands up. Who's the body's passing? Tell them what them no crazy like it. If you love your country, up in all thing we in there. When it comes to fighting, we don't play. We not leaving this place till we say. Promoter and police can't move. Look, I say we don't hype it up whenever my team link up. Cause we bring the vibes, the life, the everything. Tell them, say Jean bad, we talk to we. If you love the whole Caribbean, one, who knows man of the party? I'll tell you it. Shout it, let them know it. We represent. Who's the body's passing? Some no crazy like well, hey. Up in all thing we in there. When it comes to fighting, we don't play. We not leaving this place till we say. Promoter and guess what? Aye. We turn these lives up. Aye, aye, aye. Party like a holiday. If you know you love this spice country, the whole CARICOM community, who does wanna be party? I tell you it. Shout it, let them know it. We represent. Who's the body's passing? Them no crazy like me. Sing it. Up in all thing we in there. When it comes to fighting, we don't. We not leaving this place till we say. I love you guys. It was a pleasure to be here.
energy of the Grenadian people is infectious, isn't it? And for those of you who won't join us for Carnival, we just wanted to give you a taste. At this time, I'd like to invite Secretary General of CARICOM, Her Excellency Dr. Carla Barnett, to make opening remarks.
Your Excellency, Dame Cecile La Grenade, Governor General of Grenada, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada and Chairman of the Conference, Okay. Your Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and outgoing Chairman of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community, Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Ministers, Heads of Delegation, Heads of International and Religious, Heads of International and Regional Institutions, Members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished delegates, citizens of the Caribbean community, representatives of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I extend a very warm welcome to this rescheduled 47th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community. In a demonstration of remarkable resilience and courage, we are being ably and graciously hosted by the government and people of Grenada, who for the past 4 weeks have been fully occupied with the extensive assessment, recovery, rebuilding necessitated by the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl on Monday, July 1. On behalf of the community, we offer condolences to all Grenadians who lost family members and possessions. We also extend our sympathies to the wider CARICOM family in Barbados, Jamaica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who are also heavily impacted by the hurricane. The community stands with you as efforts continue to return to normal life. Prime Minister Mitchell, I voice our deep appreciation for the warm hospitality with which we have been received and for the exceptional arrangements in place for our engagements over the next 2 days. Grenada is of historic importance to CARICOM. It is here, in the Spice Isle, that the Granans Declaration and Work Program for the advancement of the integration movement was signed in 1989. That occasion stamped our commitment to work expeditiously together to deepen the integration process and strengthen the Caribbean community. 35 years later, our movement is still vibrant and influential, a testament to the strength of the resolve that was shown at Granans and before that at Chaguaramas. It is therefore with great pleasure that I welcome the Prime Minister Mitchell to the chairmanship of the conference. Since he joined the conference in June 2022 as Grenada's newly elected leader, he has shown his deep commitment to the integration process and his attention to science and technology, including information and communications technology, for which he has lead responsibility in the quasi-cabinet of CARICOM Heads of Government. Chair, we are assured that under your astute guidance, this 47th regular meeting and for the next 6 months, the business of the community will be ably directed. I also extend congratulations to you and all Grenadians as you mark your golden jubilee of independence. And even as our celebrations of CARICOM's 50th anniversary end, we acknowledge our member states, namely Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who mark 50 years of CARICOM membership this year. Since we met last face-to-face in Guyana in February 2024, the community has been guided with decisiveness, determination, and energy by our outgoing chair, His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. There have been notable achievements under his chairmanship, including increased engagement with Africa and the Middle East, advances on initiatives to increase the region's food and nutrition security, and arrangements to widen the membership of CARICOM. Importantly, there have been landmark advancements in managing the multifaceted crisis in our sister member state, Haiti. A governance structure comprising a transitional presidential council is represented here today. Welcome very much, the president of the Transitional Presidential Council, has been established and through which a new cabinet has been appointed. We must note the critical role played by CARICOM heads of government and the eminent persons group in bringing Haiti to the point of a transitional government represented at this meeting by Senator Edgar LeBlanc Fields, head of the Transitional Presidential Council. The coming months are crucial to Haiti's future stability, and CARICOM remains ready to continue its support as needed. I also acknowledge our distinguished special guests at this 47th regular meeting, the Right Honorable Patricia Scotland, KC, daughter of Dominica and Antiguan soil, and a staunch advocate of the value of collective action to deepen integration and advance development. Regrettably, she is unable to join us physically for this rescheduled meeting, but we look forward to her virtual participation. 2 CARICOM stalwarts will be recognized with the region's highest honor, the Order of the Caribbean Community, in this evening's opening ceremony. West Indian cricketer extraordinaire Sir Clive Lloyd of Guyana, and the former CARICOM Secretary General, Mr. Roderick Rainford of Jamaica, will join the pantheon of awardees recognized for their phenomenal contributions and legacy to regional integration and identity. I congratulate them both and express our appreciation for exemplifying the best of our region. Ladies and gentlemen, our integration movement has entered into the second half of its journey to a century. As we celebrated our 50th anniversary during last year, we took stock of our achievements and evaluated our faithfulness to the ideals of our integration movement, even as we acknowledge that there is still much more work to be done. There's no denying that there are many noteworthy successes. CARICOM has led or supported critical hemispheric and global issues that have influenced the thinking of some of the major countries of the world. Our relentless voice regarding the crisis in Haiti, our call for activation of the Loss and Damage Fund for our vulnerable small island and low-lying coastal developing states, recognition by all the independent member states of the region to the state of Palestine, advocacy for the two-state solution to resolve the long-standing conflict in Israel, and our call for the end to the ongoing war in Gaza. In all of these issues, we have signaled our perspicacity, courage, and unity to the global community. Our growing impact and stature has led to an increasing number of expressions of interest from countries in the hemisphere to participate more fully in CARICOM. In 1973, 4 founding member states signed the original Treaty of Chaguaramas. Today, we comprise a vibrant membership of 15 member states and 5 associate members, with Kòrsou set to be formally installed as our 6th associate member today. I warmly welcome His Excellency I warmly welcome His Excellency Gilmar Pisas, Prime Minister of Curaçao and his delegation, and look forward to Curaçao's active engagement as the newest member of the CARICOM family. Excellencies, delegates, and guests, I have a steadfast belief in the potential of CARICOM to be a force for good for every Caribbean man, woman, and child. Our dynamic interplay in economic coordination, functional cooperation, foreign policy coordination, security cooperation, tourism, education, agriculture, and health is one of the hallmarks of our success, truly exemplifying the theme of this meeting, one people, one journey, one future. However, while we share a common ancestry, history, heritage, our countries are known for their diversity. Blending these distinct and sometimes dissimilar characteristics is no easy feat. It is testament to our respect for each other and our vision and our love for the region and its people that our integration movement continues to deepen, thrive, and make a difference. I note in particular the important role played by our regional institutions in solidifying our integration. This was especially evident most recently following Hurricane Beryl, where the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency provided critical support to our assessment and relief efforts. We have taken notable steps towards realizing some of the main tenets of the Grenance Declaration signed on this soil in July 1998. The free movement of nationals in the community, the provision of a reliable and cost-effective regional transportation system, establishment of the CARICOM single market and economy, economic and political cooperation, and common market instruments. As our countries reinforce resilience and growth, it is critical that this 47th regular meeting advances these and other discussions and decisions intrinsic to the objectives of CARICOM integration. The staff of the Secretariat remain committed to giving our usual support to member states and their programs. We have been intentionally engaging the private sector, civil society, indigenous peoples, women, and especially young people who are the future of our region. Intergenerational views benefit the community with fresh, innovative perspectives, and we will continue to leverage these together. As one people, we journey into our collective future. My hope is that as we rise from this 47th meeting, more aware, more confident of our strength, and more focused on the tangible outputs, food, health, shelter, education, social interaction, and social justice, that will ensure the development and prosperity of our Caribbean community and its people. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dr. Carla Barnett. Dr. Carla Barnett is the 8th Secretary General of CARICOM. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to acknowledge the presence, the arrival of Honorable Philip J. Pear, Prime Minister of St. Lucia. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and outgoing Chairman of the Caribbean Community.
Thank you very much. From the very onset, allow me to first of all indulge you in a brief moment of reflection as we, people of faith, ask for the strength of those families who have lost loved ones in burial, and for the communities that are healing and devastated, and the leaders of those countries who has the responsibility of rebuilding with limited resources, that they too be given the strength of leadership during these difficult times. I ask you to reflect in prayers. I thank you. My dear friends, we can look at life from many dimensions. Professor Thomas always asks a question when he addressed regional institutions and regional gatherings like these. Is the glass half full or half empty? It's an important question that we must address. I have deliberately allowed myself to follow the inspiration from my dear friend, Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves. And his inspirations are normally very long. So if I am very long this evening, it is only because of his inspiration. But allow me from the onset to thank the Secretary General, the Bureau, and the staff of the Secretariat for their enormous support and hard work during my tenure as chairman. But I wish not to reflect on my tenure as chairman because the governance mechanism of CARICOM speak to a bureau. And I wish, therefore, to position my remarks within the context of that bureau. But I wish to remind us all that today we're meeting at a time when the world faced many challenges and crises, none of which originate from this region. The climate crisis did not originate from this region. The energy crisis did not originate from this region. The inequality crisis did not originate from this region. The crisis of indignity did not originate from this region. But this region faced and continue to face these challenges that we must confront. Sometimes we do not celebrate who we are, and we do not get the glamorous headlines across the world for the contributions we are making as a region and the difference we are making as a region. And we do not seek after those glamorous headlines. But I think if we do not correct the narrative that is sometimes used to define us, and the narrative that is used to set us in a certain frame, we'll be doing a continuous injustice to those before us, those who are with us, and those who will come in the future. And I wish to highlight some of these issues and position CARICOM and for the people of this region to be the judge as to the question that is consistently asked about the relevance of CARICOM, the importance of CARICOM, these questions can be easily put to rest. And I want to do so tonight with some examples. Today, all of us in this room, we face rising prices. And all of us, in a reflect action, point all our fingers to the government. But what about the system that is failing us globally? What about the fact that in the last, I'm not ever going to go back to COVID, because we spent 2 years redirecting resources for education, for infrastructure, for agriculture, for security, to fight COVID, to give our people an opportunity to live. We did this with resources from our budgets. We did this with very little international help. We did this with some strong friendship that those before us would have created for us, that we must go back to. But we succeeded. How many headlines will speak to that crisis and how the leadership of the region navigated that crisis? As I speak to you today, in the last 6 months alone, we are importing inflation at a record level. The cost of shipping increasing by more than 1,000%, 800%. We did not cause that. We did not create the conflict around the world that is driving up the cost of shipping, but we are facing those challenges with the increased cost of shipping, the increased cost of energy. The countries that must now direct budgetary resources that should have gone to health care, but now to rebuild after burial. Where is the voices of the private sector and all those who profess immense love for the region in helping the leadership of the region to call upon the international community to support the redevelopment and to support the rebuilding of the economies that suffered even from this latest hurricane? Very few voices, but all fingers are pointed to the leadership and the governments. Without an acknowledgement of the challenges, we as leaders are not shying away from the challenges. Prime Minister Rowley convened a regional conference on security, acknowledging that we have a problem, but went beyond that, allowing the region to understand the source of the problem and the importance of addressing the source of the problem, and then developing a holistic approach in dealing with the revelation of the problem. But that aspect of the discourse becomes absent. Important aspect of the discourse, but it becomes absent. You know, what we fought for as a people and as a region is sometimes forgotten. First, we then had to fight for an identity. After we fought for dignity and identity, we then had to fight to ensure we had our own values and values were not imposed upon us, so that we can have our own value system. And now, as we fought these battles, we have to now fight to ensure we build systems that work for us and not systems that are imposed upon us. We have to build systems that work for our region. And this requires the private sector, it requires government, it requires the academic community. We have to come together and build systems that work for us. We have to trust in ourselves. We have to have faith in each other. And we have to have hope about the future. Is the glass half full or half empty? Sir Clive Lloyd, an example that we can all take a page from. Leading not a cricket team, West Indies cricket team was not only fighting to win cricket matches, they were fighting for an identity. They were fighting for a culture. They were fighting for freedom. They were fighting for people. They were fighting against oppression. And we led that fight. West Indies cricket led that fight. This region led that fight. Make no mistake about it. On the issue of democracy, and I'm only going to go in the last 3 or 4 years because we forget these things. It's very easy to lump the entire system into a basket and then set the basket in a river. But on the issue of democracy, as chair of CARICOM, I sat with colleagues, SG and her team, for hours upon hours, days upon days. We went to Jamaica. Jamaica convened a special meeting, invited all stakeholders. Well, let's me backstep. In Guyana, we held a special breakfast with all international stakeholders in the region. Then we went to Jamaica. Jamaica, Belize, then invested money. Jamaica invested in training security personnel. And then we left our normal duties and sometimes spent 6, 7 hours in the night. What did we spend that time on? The people we love, the people of Haiti, to ensure that Haiti was returned along a path of democracy. And many media outlets in the region and extra-regionally call us all type of names, tell us we are in all different pockets and we were sellout. Today, and I want to thank former Prime Minister Henry, because he was the part of the process of resigning himself and government. And today, we have a presidential council, a prime minister, and we remain strongly committed to the task of ensuring Haiti return to full normalcy, democracy, and governance. Make no mistake, this was no easy task. This was not accidental. This was hard work, sustained work, and commitment from this region. And we don't want to be applauded. We don't want to secure the headlines for this. But I want to put on the record today that the leadership of this region must be applauded, and I want Haiti to know. I want the people of Haiti to know. Never, ever, never, ever reduce the role CARICOM played in this situation. Never be led to believe that we were in any pockets. The only pocket we were in was the pocket of the people, for the love of the people, the freedom of the people, and the return of normalcy in Haiti. I want to thank Jamaica, Belize, St. Kitts, Barbados, St. Vincent, Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada. I want to thank every single head, every single member of the CARICOM family that allowed us to achieve this significant moment in regional life. I say to the leadership of Haiti and the people of Haiti, we remain strongly committed to you, to our love for you, and our love for the people of Haiti. On that note, I want to recognize the eminent persons group who worked relentlessly, and to say to the leadership of Haiti openly, we have said it in meetings, we are prepared to support Haiti with this group continuing its work alongside you, in support of you, not to lead, in support of you. The eminent persons group remain a mechanism to help and support you on this journey to democracy and good governance. In my own country, also, in 2020, we were faced with tremendous threat to our democracy. CARICOM again turned up. CARICOM again, many leaders were called all kinds of things in Parliament, in the news, and from all stakeholders. But they quietly stuck to their commitment for this region and for Guyana. And again, I thank them. Our security threat. It was easy for a big news agency to highlight the threat to our national security in Guyana. Prime Minister Rav Gonzalez, again, go to many of the headlines and see how this was characterized too. Convened a meeting among regional heads, brought together all sides, and we avoided disaster for this region. This is the region I'm talking about. Speaking about disaster and climate justice and climate change, there is no stronger voice on climate change than the voices of the leaders of this region, led by Prime Minister Motley. Enormous work on reforming the financial system. And not only for this region, for every single country, every sixth country, Prime Minister Motley is championing every single day the reform of the financial system to bring climate justice, not only to us, but to all those who are suffering. We don't hear about this. This small region, no louder voice on climate than Prime Minister Motley. This region, no other best practice on forestry, leading the charge on forestry, leading the charge on biodiversity, ensuring that we maintain our forests, lowest deforestation rate in the world. No other country, and we, a country that forms part of the CARICOM region, is providing this leadership. Do we hear about it? Do we celebrate it? Do we do case studies on this in the classes and universities? Or do we continuously look at the glass half empty? Sports. We just concluded a T20 World Cup. To host this, the governments invested millions of dollars to ensure that our people can have the best sporting event here too. No issues, flawless, from our responsibility. I can't say from the ICC responsibility, I can speak from our responsibility. Not a single headline recognizing the investments. Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody can complain about the state of cricket. But the leaders were bold enough to call a conference specifically designed on cricket. Where are the headlines? Where are the headlines? Financial instruments. The partnership SC spoke of, expanding our reach with Afri-Exim Bank, with Africa, trying to build financial instruments, bringing in new investments. Where are the headlines on this? It's as if these things never occurred. It's as if these things never occurred. Afri-Exim Bank now having a permanent place in the region with a headquarters in Barbados. Or do we find them insignificant to recognize them? Or it does not fit the construct of the narrative to believe that these regions can be part of the solution, Prime Minister Rowley? The choice is ours. We can be silent or we can work together. We can define ourselves or continue to allow ourselves to be defined. The choice is just ours. As he spoke about CARICOM, expanded interest. Interest in expanding through associate membership and interest in being a part of us from new areas around the world. Persons writing to be accredited, countries writing to be accredited. We must be doing something right. There must be some recognition of CARICOM and what we can offer. Energy security. And I saw Prime Minister Rowley, you signed a new energy pact. I also saw Chevron getting to 2050. It's a reality. Look at all the headlines in the region. Two situations occurring at the same time. Examine the headlines. Justice. Do we trust ourselves? Do we trust ourselves to ensure that we can provide a justice among ourselves? The CCJ. Outstanding judgments from the CCJ. Tremendous work in improving the delivery of justice from the CCJ. It is time we boldly embrace our own ability to provide justice for ourselves and the people of this region. Transportation. Bold initiatives. Year after year, we are asking the private sector to come forward. Guyana, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, and others decided that we can't wait anymore. We'll advance the cause. What happened? From the time we advance the cause, you hear some members in the private sector say, this is our responsibility. We agree it's your responsibility, but be bold, innovative, take the risk and invest in it so that we can end this problem in our region. Everything comes back to the government. You know, I'll be bold enough to say we can continue buying and selling and distributing, or we can start building our productive capacity and capability in the region. But to do so, we have to start supporting what we use in the region. How are we going to do it? We can't do it by talking. We have to do it by ensuring every stakeholder is on board. The distributors must not only see profit in bringing in stuff and selling, they must see the opportunity in innovation and product development to meet the needs of the region. And we believe in private sector growth. We believe in supporting the private sector. That is why we want the private sector to do it. We will create the enabling environment, the conducive environment. But that environment has to be utilized if we are to bring the benefit to our people. So my friends, in every category, sports, Jamaica is going to make us proud, as well as Trinidad and Tobago and many of the countries here at Olympics. But you know what? We will celebrate as a region, all our athletes. Put your hands together for athletes. And our athletes will rightfully secure the headlines across every newspaper, but not one line would recognize the investment that was made by governments to enable the performance of our athletes. Whether it's the High Performance Center in Jamaica, whether it's the stadium that you're investing in, Comrade Ralph, that's just the reality. That is just the reality. We have according to the CARICOM World Food Program Livelihood Survey, we have reduced our food insecurity by 17%. By 17% since we started in 2020. That's before Beryl. By 17%. Did we get the headline? Beryl came. The damage to the agricultural sector alone is more than $100 million US. And I'm not counting opportunity costs, because government now must reprioritize where they will spend the money. So guess what? Agriculture will have to take a cut. These are the realities. And as we confront these realities, we must all remember there are more challenges ahead. And as I welcome my brother, Prime Minister Mitchell, the challenges of AI, digitization, and robotics already confronting us. And our leaders are already thinking about this, because that will continue to widen the inequality gap between our competitors and our trading partners and us. But we have to confront these challenges. We have to find investment. Whilst we are doing this, our human assets that we are training are moving. Look at the condition of our nurses now. We invested in training our nurses. A lot of investment too. Where are our nurses going? Yes, we acknowledge that people must go for whatever opportunities you're taking might be better or is better from a profit and loss perspective. But what about compensating us for the training that we provide to fill the gaps that exist in other countries? These are real questions. These are questions that we must examine. We share an important geographic space. And in sharing this geographic space, our commitment to the rule of law, to democracy, to freedom must be unshakable. Unshakable. Our commitment to these three things must be unshakable. But our commitment to ensuring that the societies we build have safeguards that would disallow the type of weapons that are getting into our borders. Just as we have to build our borders and we're investing our borders, investing in our security system to ensure our borders reduce the negative impact on other borders. Whether it's the movement of drugs, we have to ensure we build stronger systems so that our borders are not used as tools to affect other borders and other countries. We have to fight the drug trade, fight transnational crime. And to do that, we have to invest in security. We have to invest in border protection. We have to invest in port security. We have to meet all international standards, and we are committed to doing so. But we must also ask for some more to be done on ensuring the guns that are coming into our system are not coming into our system. That requires investment and it requires special assistance as we deal with crime and criminality in our society. These are the questions that we'll confront as we gather. These are the questions that we'll seek solutions for. But we will do so with a commitment to the world that this region will always support peace, will always support justice, will always support freedom, and will always support the equitable development of all of humanity. I thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, for your compelling remarks and leadership of the Caribbean community. We know that you will continue fighting for our region. Thank you once again. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our independent schools choir will perform 2 Grenadian songs.
Let's hold on to the music. Let's hold on to the melody. Let's hold on to the rhythm that beats for you and me. Let's hold on to the music. Let's hold on to the melody. Let's hold on to the rhythm that beats for you and me. I love you. We will grow stronger, we will stick together. No matter what kind of weather, we will march together for our country. Onward and upward forever. We will grow stronger, we will stick together. No matter what kind of weather, we will march together for our countries together. Onward and upward forever. I love my country, I can feel it in my bones. It comes to me wherever I go. That's why I know wherever I go, Grenada will always be my home.
I love my country, I can see it in my dreams. From coast to coast, the rivers, the streams, the mountain tops, the tropical raindrops, the smiling faces and warm embraces.
We will grow stronger, we will stick together. No matter what kind of weather, we will march together for our country together. Onward and upward forever. We will grow stronger, we will stick together. No matter what kind of weather, we will march together for our countries together. Onward and upward forever. Onward and upward forever. Onward and upward forever. Thank you, CARICOM, for your generosity to Grenada, Caribou, and Petit Martinique.
Onward and upward together. We now move to the accession of Kòrsou into the Caribbean community. For this, I'd like to invite Dr. Carla Barnett, Secretary General of CARICOM, General Counsel Ms. Lisa Sherman, and Prime Minister of Kòrsou, and Prime Minister and Chairman of CARICOM, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell. His Excellency. We want to invite His Excellency to say a few words. I've prepared your device to make your remarks.
Honorable Chairman of CARICOM, Prime Minister of Grenada, Mr. Deacon Mitchell. Honorable Heads of Government of CARICOM, distinguished ambassadors, representatives, and guests. Ladies and gentlemen, now is good evening. On July the 2nd last, we celebrated the 73rd year since the Parliament of the island of Kòrsou convened for the first time in 1951. With the constitutional changes in 1954, Kòrsou became part of the Netherlands Antilles, which was dismantled in 2010, and the new constitutional country of Kòrsou was born as a result thereof only 14 years ago. These were significant constitutional moments in our long history within the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Today marks another historic event for Kòrsou as we formally join the Caribbean community as its 6th associate member, thereby honoring the commitment of our country to a shared responsibility for the sustainable development and overall progress and well-being of all nations within the Caribbean community. Just as it is the case with the other associate members in their relationship with the United Kingdom, our membership of and commitments within the family of the Kingdom of the Netherlands will not compromise our commitments towards further regional integration and its objectives, as this commitment comes from the fact that we are an integral part of the Caribbean family. Our cultural identity is linked to the rich historical heritage of the Caribbean region. We intend to demonstrate a firm commitment towards CARICOM and the common aspirations of its members. In this context, our shared heritage has forged a spirit of unity among us in many areas of our historical development, which commit us to its preservation and, as far as possible, its enhancement for the generations to come. By joining CARICOM, we affirm our commitment to work together in the interest of the collective values and aspirations that bind all of us as small island development states in the Caribbean region. In addition, CARICOM's mission to promote economic integration and ensure sustainable development for all its members align perfectly with our nation's objectives. As we embark on this new chapter, we are committed to contributing to and benefiting from the synergies that CARICOM memberships offer. Regional integration and cooperation are therefore not only beneficial, but also essential for our future development in the Caribbean region. Furthermore, becoming an associate member of CARICOM will strengthen the already close bonds we have with the members and associate members of the Caribbean community, and it will enable us to contribute more effectively to the collective Caribbean cause. In this regard, we bring to CARICOM a unique blend of cultural traditions, economic strengths, and social perspectives that hopefully will enrich the community as a whole. In terms of functional cooperation, as we become more familiar with the dialogue structures and institutions within CARICOM,
we look forward to participating in CARICOM's robust network of support across the region and work together with other members on important issues affecting our mutual progress, resilience, and sustainability. For instance, economic integration is at the heart of CARICOM's mission. Our strategic location, natural ports, and well-developed physical and professional service infrastructure can serve as a hub for regional trade. By investing in connectivity and logistics, we can help streamline the movement of goods and services across the Caribbean, boosting economic activity among our nation and creating jobs for all of us. By working together, we can create a more competitive and resilient regional economy. To demonstrate Kòrsou's firm commitment to regional trade, we have already started negotiations with the Dominican Republic and Trinidad and Tobago, and are about to do so with Suriname. These negotiations will result in a mutually beneficial trade agreements with these member states. When finalized, these trade agreements will come into effect after our membership of the World Trade Organization is a fact. Apart from economic integration, Kòrsou is particularly committed to support initiatives within CARICOM that provide the potential for collaboration in areas such as renewable energy, new forms of agriculture, digital technology and telecommunications, human capital development, climate resilience, and sustainable development. These policies areas hold immense promise for our future development as small island development states and the collaboration between members of CARICOM. We are convinced that we will all benefit if we pool our resources and expertise together to achieve results that will benefit all of us. Moreover, the strategic relationship of Kòrsou with key global players such as the European Union through its link to the Netherlands and its relationship with large South American countries, including Venezuela, Colombia, and Suriname, as well our relationship with the United States, positions us as a valuable partner within CARICOM. These relationships have been cultivated over many years of political, diplomatic, and economic engagement, and they offer a wealth of opportunities for CARICOM as we move forward together. Consequently, these strategic relationships, as well as the fact that we speak at least 4 languages, provide us with a strong foundation to act as an intermediary or liaison between CARICOM interests and the interests of these global and regional actors. We are therefore perfectly poised to facilitate various kinds of political, economic, social, and cultural exchange, dialogue, collaboration, and mutually beneficial agreements that will benefit all CARICOM member states and associate members. Honorable colleagues, heads of government of CARICOM, I firmly believe that CARICOM can effectively advocate the interests of its members as small island development states in global forums such as the United Nations, the World Trade Organization, and other multilateral institutions such as OECD, IMF, and World Bank. This is so because regional cooperation makes it possible to increase the political impact in different international policy areas that touch the interests of small island development states. As a member of the family of small island development states, Kòrsou stands ready to support these efforts in any way possible. In conclusion, our accession to CARICOM is a testament to our shared vision of a united, prosperous, and resilient Caribbean community. We are truly honored to join this esteemed organization and look forward to collaborate with all members and associate members to achieve our common goal. We also bring with us the experience, resources, and the vast international network of the Kingdom of the Netherlands, which we can leverage in optimizing our collective strengths and economic connections, and to navigate geopolitical complexities to the benefit of all CARICOM member states and associate members. Finally, I wish to thank our family members in the Kingdom of the Netherlands, Aruba, Sint Maarten, and the Netherlands, and my beloved people of Kòrsou for supporting us, and all members of CARICOM for the privilege to become a partner in this esteemed Caribbean community. Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the people and government of Kòrsou, I hereby wish to extend our best wishes for the continued advancement and prosperity of CARICOM and the well-being of its inhabitants. Master of Ceremony, I thank you.
Congratulations, Kòrsou, and welcome to the Caribbean community. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. I now invite to the podium the new CARICOM chairman and Prime Minister of Grenada, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, to deliver his CARICOM remarks.
Thank you very much. The laptop says I have the incorrect password. And so I may have to take inspiration from Ralph. But luckily on the second chance, I got the password. Your Excellency, Dame Cecile Lagrenat, Governor General of Grenada, distinguished colleague, heads of government, heads of delegation, members of the diplomatic corps, members of the media, those viewing this evening's proceedings online throughout the region and beyond. Welcome to Grenada. Welcome to CARICOM. Welcome to Petit Martinique. And I will claim Union, Myro, and Canoan this evening. When I hear my voice, it tells me I have something. I'm not so sure if it's, whenever Carnival is coming, you get some kind of flu. But since we had burial, I seem to have developed some sort of allergies or something of the sort. So I'll take it, it's the post-burial allergies or flu. And it's not a joke because since burial, when you wake in the morning, There are hundreds, if not thousands, of these small little flies all over. They blanket the floor, the window. In fact, when you walk on the floor and you look underneath your feet, there's the evidence of this. I assume CAFA or some other regional institution at some point, the University of the West Indies, UWI, will assist us in assessing, studying, and telling us what it is and whether it's good or bad for us. So I want to start by, as our school children said to CARICOM, thank you, CARICOM. Thank you, CARICOM, for all that you have done for Grenada, Kòrsou, and Petit Martin. You know, when I journeyed to Suriname in 2022 for my first Heads of Conference meeting, I went back last night and looked at what I said. And you know what happens when you're young and you're fresh and you now come. And I said then we should ensure CARICOM is not an institution that talk and talk and talk some more. But President Ali talked a lot this evening. Now, you notice he didn't open his folder. He had a speech. He didn't read it. He got some inspiration from UWI. I won't tell you which part of the speech inspired him, but I will call his delivery in defense of CARICOM. And there was no better closing play than the accession of Kòrsou to this prestigious institution called the Caribbean Community. So I know that CARICOM doesn't just talk and talk and talk some more. I know this because today, President Ali, his foreign minister, his chief of defense staff, journeyed with me this morning to Kòrsou and Petit Martin to greet the Guyanese Defense Force soldiers who are right now preparing the police station in Hillsborough in Kòrsou. Who are right now repairing the Hillsborough Secondary School in Kòrsou. Who are right now repairing the post office, the district revenue office, and the administrative building in Hillsborough in Kòrsou. Prime Minister Rowley, within 24 hours of Hurricane Beryl, stopped the 2 Osprey boats that are owned by a Petit Martinican family that had moved to Trinidad for safekeeping to ride out the storm with goods and supplies to send to Grenada. The RSS contingent of soldiers from Antigua and Barbuda and Barbados, notwithstanding that Barbados itself was hit by Hurricane Beryl, were in Kòrsou and Petit Martin, providing security support for policemen in Kòrsou and Petit Martin. Dominica, which itself was decimated by Hurricane Maria not so long ago, sent Grenada $1 million EC. The British Virgin Islands, $250,000 US. The Cayman Islands, the Premier and an entire delegation flew to Grenada in person to demonstrate their solidarity to Grenada and to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. they delivered 250,000 US dollars each to us. So who is coming to save us? Who is coming to save us? So you see, I know that CARICOM doesn't just talk and talk and talk so much. So I want to say, I will continue the in defense of CARICOM speech this evening. And Prime Minister Skirt, who's an outgoing member of the Bureau, always says this. The only people who defend the Caribbean are the politicians. Where is our academia? Where is UWI? Where is civic society? Where is the once mighty labor movement that shaped the politics and defined historic eras? Where is the modern day Uriah Buzz Butler? A union man walking in the back. You should come forward, my friend, come forward. I say this because CARICOM doesn't belong to the heads of government. It's the Caribbean community. And we are not going to shape a vision for the next 50 years simply because the heads of government meet. The vision of the Caribbean community is a vision that has to be shaped by the people of the Caribbean. In reflecting on CARICOM's 51 years in existence, I read the speech of Errol Barrow when the Treaty of Chagamras was signed. And in that speech, he made reference to Sir Eric, and I'm calling him Sir Eric, Dr. Eric Williams, whom he said never really wanted to be a politician. Who people had to beg. And his thank you is the thank you that the President of Guyana talked about. Relentless criticism, relentless naysayers, allegation of corruption, mismanagement, etc., etc. If that is the narrative that we choose to define CARICOM and ourselves, if that is how we view ourselves, always inadequate, always second best, then we are helping others to easily shape our narrative. But I know that it is CARICOM that prevented the region turning into a war zone like so many other regions currently are right now. I know that it's CARICOM that has responded the swiftest and in the most extensive manner to our plight here in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique from the ravages of Hurricane Beryl. I know that it is CARICOM that is going to take the fight for reparatory justice throughout the length and breadth of the world. I know that it is CARICOM that fights for small island developing states, not just in this region, but small island developing states worldwide. I know it is CARICOM athletes that will shine in Paris. So why with these obvious examples? Why with our RSS? Why with our CCJ? Why with our Caribbean single market and economy? I'll talk a little bit there. I want us to appreciate something. CARICOM is the longest surviving, and survival is not an appropriate adjective. It is the longest thriving integration movement in the developing world. We are talking South and Latin America, we are talking Africa, we are talking Asia. There is no other like CARICOM. And so when we talk about persons wanting to become associate members, we are not just talking about from within the region. There have been inquiries from countries far and wide as to whether there is the opportunity to have a relationship with CARICOM. And why is that? It is because the external world knows and recognizes the value of CARICOM. You can ask them in the UN, when the big boys and girls want your vote, they find a way to come and walk around the chair where Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Guyana, or Trinidad sits. So we must recognize our value. We must shape our narrative that says, we have the same right as everyone else on this globe. And I want us to appreciate that we have been tested time and time again, and yet we rise. Comrade Gonzalez, in reflecting today, said under his stewardship, he's dealt with at least 10 natural disasters, plus suffering. Two weeks before this hurricane hit Grenada, we were in a state of drought. We had water regulations in place that prevented you from washing your car, filling up a swimming pool. Farmers couldn't get water. 2 weeks later, as soon as the rain started to fall, you get hit with a Category 4 hurricane. So I want us to appreciate that the resilience we have is not something that we should take for granted. It is something that we are in together. You know, I said this at the United Nations in 2022. And I just want to repeat part of it because it reinforces the UE. Mr. President, I was then addressing the president of UNGA. And I said, confronting the climate crisis will require a complete transformation of our mindsets and behaviors also. And importantly, the transformation of our energy sources, economic models, and land stewardship. This is a unique opportunity to come together, welcome innovative ideas, and tackle the problems we have struggled with for generations. I said the plea is not without urgency. I said, as a leader of a small island developing state, SIDS, I'm all too familiar with the devastating effects of climate change and the stark reality that we may not have a country to pass on for future generations. This is not a joke. This is not nice-sounding words. When a mother meets you in Kòrsou and asks, why me? When everything that they've worked for is gone. The Ghana Defense Force briefed the president. When you pass people, they are dazed 1 month later. They are still in shock. They are still traumatized. You think after you spent all your life working hard, doing all of the things you've been told to do, and in 45 minutes, right in front of your eyes, it's gone. And it's not just you, it's everyone else. But this isn't just Carrico and Petit Martin. With each hurricane season that now brings the more powerful storms, I said that in 2022. Well, anti-Beryl break all records. All records. So we are not imagining or exaggerating or engaging in hyperbole. If ever we understating the urgent reality of what we are facing. I said in 2004 it was Grenada's turn with Hurricane Ivan. In a matter of a mere 8 hours, we lost 34 souls, and the Category 3 storm destroyed over 80% of our housing stock and decimated our economic and fiscal bases, with damages surpassing 200% of our gross domestic product. 10 months later, we got hit with another storm, Hurricane Emily. I said we watched in horror as our brothers and sisters across the Caribbean experienced their turn. Hurricane Irma in 2017 left the island of Barbuda nearly uninhabitable. So when I say we may not have an island or a country to pass on, it's not coming from bombs that we are dropping on another island. It's coming from the climate bombs that others have caused to be dropped on us. Then it was the British Virgin Islands. It lost approximately 85% of its housing stock. 2 weeks later, Hurricane Maria destroyed Dominica. It left 31 people dead, 37 missing, 930 million in damages. Did anyone come to Dominica's rescue? It has become one of the most heavily indebted islands, countries in the world. Because in order to rebuild, it has had to borrow, and borrow from the very people whose actions have led to the ferocity, the increased strength, and the alarming increase in frequency in these hurricanes. And there are people that will always want to fact check us. So let's fact check. I think my mother was born in 1955. That's the year of Hurricane Janet. We did not experience any major hurricane thereafter until 2004. But then in 2005, we got hit. And we're in 2024, and we get hit again. So if you do the math, you went from 1 in every 50 years, odds we could live with, survive with, to 2 every 20 years. So every 10 years, we expect to be hit by a category 3, 4, 5, and it may go off the scale, 6, 7, 8 hurricane. So that is what existential means. It's a big word that everybody uses now. If someone chooses to drop bombs and shell your country, it's existential, but it's easy to stop. The human beings just need to stop. You just have to decide, we will end the war, we will sit, we will negotiate, we'll call a truce. Explain to the citizens of CARICOM and Petit Martinique how we are going to stop these category 4 and 5 hurricanes from hitting them. That is why it is existential. That is why CARICOM must, shall, and will continue to advocate for climate justice. So, my colleague, member of the Bureau, President Ali, talked about some of the technical work that we will engage in over the next 2 days. I want to re-emphasize again that a lot of this work is not of our own doing. The guns that pose a clear and present public health danger are not manufactured in the Caribbean. So yes, national security, crime and criminality, the gun violence is something that we must and will treat with because it poses a clear and present danger to public health and public welfare in the region. I need not speak about Haiti because President Ali has clearly outlined the countless hours and the resources CARICOM has put in supporting our brothers and sisters and the people of Haiti. And I welcome the presence of the President of the Transitional National Council with us today. The Caribbean single market and economy and the movement of people remains a priority, and Prime Minister Motley, who leads this issue, will be with us tomorrow morning, and we intend and expect to make progress on this issue. And I know some of us in the region may be a little cynical on this issue, but as I called out the labor and the business and the civic society, you too can play your part in helping us to find the solutions that leads to more rapid advancement on those issues. Because oftentimes, the timidity may come from the fear of political reactions from the citizens at home. So we have to educate our population and unshackle them from the idea that the free movement of our citizens within CARICOM will do anything other than enhance the growth, the strength, and the solidarity within the Caribbean community. And I said this, when we have disasters, there are no borders. I don't recall any extensive paperwork for the Guyanese Defense Force to be in CARICOM and PT Martinique. I don't recall any extensive paperwork for CDEMA to be in Grenada, to be working, to be providing support to our National Disaster Management Agency. Ms. Riley, thank you. In fact, I don't recall any major extensive paperwork for all of the international donor agencies which are in Grenada, CARICOM, and PT Martinique doing work right now. So why are we clinging on to fears? We all know each other. We all know the chicken curry or the curry chicken. So we will continue to advance work on this issue. As chairman, I will champion an ambitious digital transformation agenda as CARICOM's lead on ICT. We have an opportunity in the Caribbean to ensure that for once, we do not get left behind in this technological revolution. And so I will outline tomorrow a proposed strategy for addressing a number of issues across the digital transformation landscape, ranging from cybersecurity to digital health to a digital skills fund, amongst others. We owe it to the next generation of Caribbean citizens to give them the tools and the education to make sure that they can stay in the Caribbean and apply their skills anywhere in the world. because there is no better place to live than the Caribbean. So I want to conclude by thanking the two members of the Bureau that I worked with prior to my becoming the chairman. The Honorable Roosevelt Skirt, Prime Minister of Dominica. His Excellency President Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. Their guidance, their stewardship, their steadfast defense of CARICOM, and more importantly, the significant achievements accomplished under their respective tenure, leaves me in good stead to continue with the work that they have started. I look forward to welcoming Prime Minister Mia Mottley, who will take up the chair after I conclude my stint and who therefore becomes a member of the Bureau, to continue to work closely with her and President Ali as we continue to champion all of the issues that he has highlighted, the issues that I have raised. And I want to assure the citizens of the Caribbean community that the glasses are full, and it is our responsibility to get it to 3/4 full so that the next generation of Caribbean citizens could take it to 80% and 85%. We know it will never be full. So welcome to Grenada. Thank you for coming. We took the decision to host this meeting notwithstanding the impacts of Hurricane Beryl, because it is important to send the message to the world that Jamaica is open for business. Jamaica is open for business. Barbados is open for business. St. Vincent and the Grenadines are open for business. Grenada is open for business. And as we've said, we shall rise. Thank you very much.
Indeed, you did rise. Good opportunity to stretch. The Caribbean community looks forward to your leadership, Honorable Prime Minister, your passion, your hard work for the next 6 months, steering the ship of the Caribbean community. Thank you for your very emotional and inspirational remarks. We would now like to distribute 2 awards, the Order of the Caribbean Community Awards, and to deliver the citations, I would like to invite Ayla